Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Today is a brand new episode from the World of Otium, and we are starting up on a brand new province. We're out here today at our color storage area, and we're going to be picking up some supplies. And we got a really interesting province we're going to be working on. A little different than usual. This is a... we're going to be just doing this for the month of October, and... once I go pick up some supplies, I'm going to go show you what we're going to be working on. So I didn't want to spoil the surprise here in the introduction, so we will be jumping over to that here in just a bit. All right, everyone, and welcome back. So we are in our new province. Yep, we are on a mushroom island. And we're doing that for a specific reason, because we are going with a very short province. We are going to be in and out of here in a month. That's right. We are just doing something special for Halloween. One, maybe two projects total, but we're gonna do it out here on the Mushroom Island, where we can keep some low lighting and still get some builds in, and the low lighting will keep the mobs from spawning, so that we can do some spooky and a little bit weirder, some more creepy builds, let's say. So we are out here on our Mushroom Island. We're going to be clearing up some of this. I think we're going to have this Mushroom Island is a pretty good size. I think most of us are going to stick around this portal area. There's a couple lagoons. Got somebody starting over here, framing out an area. And we got quite a bit of a space to work with. It goes out over this direction quite a ways. But you know, I think most of us are probably going to stay in this general area, because it is a very quick turnaround on this province, and that's one of the cool things we wanted to do with this one, is we wanted to start it in October and finish it by Halloween. But this is the palette we're going to be working with on this season. We're going to do some blacks, whites, some magentas, I'll admit it. When these two colors were suggested, I was like going, what? How is that going to work? But they really do fit in really nicely, with a little bit of mycelium, the brown mushroom blocks, pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, black and white spruce. I put in some oak leaves and a little bit of cobble. Not a lot of cobble, mostly brick. But this is what our palette's going to be. So I am in the process of gathering up some supplies. I wanted to bring you over here, show you what we had, sort of talk to you about what this area is going to be, and then get to work on something. To be honest with you, this very first build is not going to be out here on the island. I am going to actually build our nether portal room on the other side. That is what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to probably end up having to move this portal, I think. This portal, you can see here, because it's not a cheap portal. For those of you that watch Ethos Hermitcraft videos, you'll know exactly what we're talking about there, since it's got all the corners. This portal was naturally spawned here and hasn't been moved. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get that all squared away, set up, find a good place for it over here on this island somewhere. I kind of want to do something interesting with it. And same with the portal on the other side. But we'll see what we get as we're going through on that time lapse. So, well, at least I'm going to try and get a time lapse over on the other side. I got a lot of digging to do, some design work to do. So we'll see what's going to happen. But we're going to get to going on the other side, and I'll be back with you here in a bit. All right, welcome back. So we are here. Let's talk about what we're going to be doing here. Let's take a quick look at our palette. This is our palette again, and I have an idea. I have moved our nether portal. It's right over here. This is probably not the finished size of it or exactly where it's going to be at, but it probably took me good 45 minutes or so trying to get this to sync as well as stay pretty close to where we wanted it in the nether. This works now. I'm going to leave it up and running here. But this is where I'm going to build put my first build, and it's going to be how we come into this area. At least that's my goal. And what I want to do is I'm going to build it into this little, I don't know what you would call this little valley or hollow that's right here. What my goal is I'm going to have to tear out a lot of this stuff around it, because what I want to do is I want to make sort of a, what's the best way to describe it? I want to make a ruins, sort of an ancient little feature that this is going to go into. And I'm not sure, to be honest with you, collecting resources and working on this, I've been spending some time in creative trying to sort out what I need to do, and having a bear of a time, to be honest with you. What I want to make is I want to make a sort of a skull looking entrance that has the portal back in part of the mouth, so you have to walk out of the skull's mouth to get into this area. So I think this is going to go back and down a little bit, so you kind of walk. My goal is to be down, let's see, let's say we're kind of down already a little bit, but I think I'm gonna, yeah, I think we're gonna go back a little bit further. This is gonna open up a little bit wider, but the goal is to come out and you have to walk up, and you'll come out of the mouth of the skull and then out into the area, and this will be sort of a skull area in here. The head will go up above this, and this will be the mouth. That's kind of why I want it kind of down a little bit, so I don't get the so it doesn't become too overbearing in the area. I still want it to sort of sink into the island a little bit, sort of a forgotten area on the island more than anything else. So what I'm going to do is probably tear out a whole bunch of this, build it, and then put it all back so that it looks like it's been grown over and covered over over time. And I think that's going to take a little bit of time to get that in place. So let me get to doing some digging, and then I will be back with you here in a bit. All right, welcome back. So I have decided that since this is our Halloween build, that this episode is cursed. The previous clip that I worked on, I did a lot of this work on here. Struggled with a little bit, which is kind of good. No audio, but that's okay. Because part of the problem is that real life has gotten in the way, and this is going to be a shorter episode than I planned. But also I realized that I don't want to give away too much. This sucks. This is a nerd failure. It's terrible, terrible. And the problem with it is that I'm trying to make it too small. I finally figured that out as I was working through this, that the build is just too small, believe it or not. I need to get this all tore down, and then I need to actually dig out a little bit more and make it bigger. But unfortunately, in order to get this episode released on a time, which I was actually hoping to release earlier this week, earlier last week actually. I was going to try to get 2 episodes out last week. I gotta make this a shorter video and move on and work on a couple of other things, and then I'm going to do a good chunk of this. Probably I gotta redo my creative build on this, and really come at this again from a different point of view. Like I said, I got a nice big opening. I've got a nice large
large area to work in, and I just simply made a mistake of trying to build it too small. It is as simple as that, which is kind of annoying, but yeah, just didn't go big enough. And the details that I want to put into this with the eyes and so forth needs to be bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up having to probably dig out, and our skull is probably going to go up to about the top of it. It's going to go, let's see here, nose, lean back, probably going to go up to about here. So we're going to end up terraforming this whole thing. So this is going to require some more digging. What I need to do is I need to dig out and dig back all of this area back in over here. And that's no fun to watch on camera, so I'm not going to subject you guys to that. But like I said, I do have, I want to get this video finished out and done, and it is cursed. It's just the way that it is. But the nice thing about it is that this province is really picking up for a lot of people. We've got Wallace's build here. We have got Desert Rat's build over there. You can see the peak of CraftingMantis's build, and I'm just going to teach you a little bit right there. There's Stina's build over there. I know BrownieBits is working on stuff. He's got some plans as well. But I'm not going to spoil any of those. You need to go check out their videos. Their links are all down in the description below. And now hopefully you guys are following the World of Otium Twitter at World of Otium. It lets everybody know when new videos are published. People go streaming, and we try to retweet events and that kind of thing as well. So that unfortunately is on this cursed episode. I need to go stand in the corner. Is all we have time for this week. I am going to go and think about the poor decisions that were made. Nah, they're all good. And I'm going to leave you for the day. So, as always, hopefully this video wasn't terrible. Go ahead and hit a like or dislike. I totally understand. I'm comfortable with both today. Hopefully you liked what you saw, and if you want to see how this is going to turn out, definitely subscribe and we'll get the next one out to you, and YouTube is going to tell you how that's going to go. You can follow me on Twitter at @AWanderingNerd, but until next time, this is Wandering Nerd.